Now, turning to a big story in federal politics, U.S. President Donald Trump and the strength of Canada's economy. That was the main focus of Prime Minister Mark Carney's speech today, the first time Carney has addressed Canadians since he narrowly won Monday's election, largely focused on the same topics. Emily Taylor joins us in studio with all the details. Emily.
Matt, the newly elected prime minister used today's address to lay out his government's priorities, namely cutting taxes for the middle class and building more affordable housing. But to no one's surprise, most of his talk centered around U.S. President Trump and the leader's first face-to-face meeting next week. In his first news conference since he was elected prime minister on Monday, Mark Carney struck a cordial tone, talking about working with all Canadians and reaching across the aisle to work with all parties.
By working together, we can give ourselves far more than the Americans can ever take away. By working together, we can build Canada strong.
The Liberals won a minority government under Carney's leadership in Monday's election, ending just 3 seats shy of a majority. That means he'll need support from another party in order to pass legislation. But Carney says he won't enter another supply and confidence deal with the NDP to do so, though he didn't clarify exactly where those 3 extra votes will be coming from.
In order to do what we need to do as a country, we will need to work in partnership with all the provinces, with Indigenous peoples.
Carney says his government will hit the ground running when Parliament reconvenes later this month, putting forward new policies to expand dental care to up to 8 million lower-income Canadians, slash development charges in half for multi-unit dwellings, and cap government spending at a 2% increase, among other campaign promises. But before any of that work is set to begin, Carney has a meeting in the books with U.S. President Donald Trump.
Our old relationship, based on steadily increasing integration, is over. The questions now are how our nations will cooperate in the future and where we in Canada will move on.
Carney will head to Washington Tuesday and will first look to ease immediate pressures of the trade war, though he says he isn't expecting those negotiations to be easy. One reporter asking if he's expected to be ambushed by Trump, similar to the fiery conversation the president had with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky earlier this year.
Look, I go there with the expectation of constructive, difficult but constructive discussions. That's the spirit of the conversations that the president and I had. You go to these meetings well prepared.
Prime Minister Carney says a new cabinet will be sworn in the week of May 12th, and Parliament will be recalled 2 weeks after that on May 26th.